we will completely defund and bar critical race theory. 1776, not 1619, if you don't mind. And if government-run schools are going to teach children to hate their country, we will demand school choice, and we already have been. If you listen to the media or watch the evening newscasts, our country has really gone bad. All we talk about is race. We don't talk about our country being great anymore.
Former President Donald Trump taking center stage at CPAC in Dallas, Texas over the weekend, discussing the importance of students learning how great our country is instead of being taught that America is founded on racism and being taught to hate whites. Joining me now to discuss, Freedom Foundation Vice President of Communications and Federal Affairs, Ashley Varner. Also here with me is Labor Policy Director Max Nelsen. Welcome to you both. Ashley, we'll begin with you. More than 5,000 teachers, including some in Texas, signing a pledge to continue teaching critical race theory and the hate whitey lessons, even if it violates those states' laws. National Education Association has endorsed CRT, pledging to defend the teaching of racism against whites, and are even targeting parents who object to critical race theory. What are your thoughts on the former president's comments, and what is the Freedom Foundation doing to help all of these victims of these school districts and teachers' unions?
Well, it really blows a hole in the argument that, oh, this is just a legal theory that we're teaching in law school, right? We're not teaching this to your kids. No, you've been lied to, America. And now we're getting to see that. We actually have an organization that is so they're so blatant about it that they're going to make a pledge, and teachers, some activist teachers are so blatantly activist that they're going to sign their name to a pledge saying they're willing to violate state law. It's atrocious, and it should wake up every American parent who has a student in public schools. But what we've been doing is helping teachers realize they don't have to fund this political agenda with their paycheck. They don't have to pay these union dues. They don't have to support this agenda against their will. And we're trying to reach every teacher across the country.
Amen to that. Hey, Max, New York Post has a piece out discussing the nation's largest teachers union approving a plan to promote critical race theory in all 50 states, saying it's they, not the parents, who control what your children learn. As these people are refusing to listen to parents, how crucial is it that parents demand that what President Trump was demanding, school choice?
Oh, school choice is ultimately the real solution to this and many other problems in public education right now. You know, coming out of the COVID-19 pandemic, we saw just how poorly equipped our public school education monopoly system is to meet the needs of parents, especially when things change or go a little bit sideways. And so hopefully one of the long-lasting lessons that sticks with us from the COVID-19 pandemic is the need for school choice, and parents to be able to have options at their disposal and make the educational decisions for their kids and their families that make sense. But now that we're transitioning out of the pandemic period and things are normalizing a little bit, we've also got this window into what's being taught in the classrooms, and we're seeing this heightened parental awareness about critical race theory and the other ideological perspectives that are being forced on America's public school children. And ultimately, there's a lot we can do and should do to combat that in our public schools, but the long-term solution is school choice and giving parents an out and allowing them to, have money follow the student instead of being locked into funding this one school that you have to go to because you live in this, zip code. Let parents take that money and put it toward whatever educational opportunities they think are going to be the best fit for their kids.
Now, Ashley, the Freedom Foundation, like the Chris Salcedo Show, is 100% opposed to public employee unions. Now, we've maintained these unions negotiate gold-plated deals, and then our taxes go up to pay for all those gold-plated deals. Plus, these unions assess dues on salaries paid for by we, the taxpayers. The union bosses then use all of those dues that were paid by Republicans and Democrats to only exclusively give to socialist candidates and causes, which, of course, forces we conservatives to fund our own political opposition. Now, these public unions are fundamentally unfair, right?
Oh, was that question to me? I'm not sure if my internet went out for a minute.
Yeah, that was to you, Ashley. The public employee unions, fundamentally unfair, are they not?
They are, and thanks again for having us on, Chris. They are fundamentally unfair because they are the government negotiating with government employees with taxpayer dollars without the taxpayer at the table, right? So the taxpayer is going to pick up the tab, but the union and the government are going to negotiate amongst themselves, knowing that whatever money they get is going to be a cyclical campaign cycle, right? And as you said, it tends to favor one party over the other.
All right. Ashley, Varner, and Max Nelsen, thank you for your time, guys.